Hi, I'm Jay Albert, your Civitan International President, here to give you the Civitan news. February, we celebrate Clergy Appreciation Week. Every year, we take the time to remember those men that gave up their lives. Every year that we take this week to recognize the men and women of the clergy in your own community that give back so much to the community. Make sure that you invite them during this time, have them come to your meetings and truly celebrate them because they give their ultimate sacrifice for you and your community every week. Let's turn our attention to the Junior Civitan program. I want to tell you I'm so very proud of them, not only because my son is Junior Civitan International President, but all the accomplishments they've done. So far this year, they've already chartered 23 clubs in North America. Isn't that a great thing? They're spreading the word of Civitan inside the high schools and their community groups as well. I also want to tell you the great job that they just did last month for their annual snow dough. So far, they've raised over $52,000 towards their $60,000 goal to raise money for the Civitan International Research Center. This year's event, like every year, was held in Barrie, Ontario. The Barrie Club and the Western District of Canada did a fantastic job. This was the 40th anniversary for this event, and it continues to get bigger and stronger every year. Coming up the first week of March is Dance-a-thon. Myrtle Beach, South Carolina is the home for Dance-a-thon for the second year. There are over 70 participants coming, and this year's goal is over $40,000. The kids are going to dance for 12 hours straight with non-stopping, with lots of themes and lots of activity. Isn't it wonderful to be young? Continue to give those contributions both to Snow Dough and to Dance-a-thon, and remember, your club gets credit on the Honor Club application and you get a patch for doing so. So make sure you give that money. Not to mention, we also have the Junior International Convention. This year, it's at the happiest place on earth, of course, Orlando, Florida, right on the outskirts of Disney World. So make sure that your junior representatives and your district representatives come on June 25th through the 28th. You don't want to miss the excitement. You don't want to miss the happiness. Continue to support your junior clubs. I know that you have some more out there that you need to build because we need to make sure that we're telling all of our kids what Civitan and civics is really about. So make sure that you go out there and build the clubs, support your junior clubs, and continue to give to these worthy causes of Snow Dough and Dance-a-thon. Hey, let's turn our attention to recruitment. Guess what? Each one of us need to recruit new members into our organization. Each one needs to recruit one so we can continue to serve our communities the way we need to, because there are so many people that need our help. We've done a special video to tell you about the incentives for you as well as your club can have this year for recruiting new members. So check it out on our Facebook page, our website, civitan.org, as well as YouTube. You want to make sure that you're getting the incentives not only for yourself and your club, but bringing in new members to continue to do the great work that you're doing in your clubs every day. July the 12th through the 15th, it's the Civitan International Convention in St. Louis, Missouri, and you don't want to miss it. The Gateway to the West is going to be our home for this year's convention. We're going to be at the Renaissance Grand Hotel, which is getting a $17 million makeover just for us. This year's room rate is $124, both single and double occupancy, so that's a great rate. It's located downtown in the view of the arch and everything else that's wonderful about St. Louis. Let's talk about the registration. This year we've made it easy and fun for you. We want you to bring the whole family, so we've added youth programs as well. This year's registration is broken down in a couple categories. The first is just for the registration and all of the events. So the programs, the membership extravaganza, and all of the great philanthropy session you get to go to. And that cost is only $150 for registration. If you bring a guest or a spouse, that cost is $190. And for youth, Yes, I said youth. It's going to be $160. So what's going to happen? Both Monday and Tuesday, the kids are going to go on tours of St. Louis. If you have a child from 5 to 16, they get to go on this price, and they'll get to go to Grant's Farm, the zoo, and the Science Museum and get lunch as well. So there's going to be some great activities for kids. So we want you to bring your kids or your grandkids along and make this a great family event for each one of you. Now, what happens? We've added some extra stuff too. For the next level up, for a full membership or extravaganza package, you're going to receive not only your full registration, but also tickets to a special welcome reception with the president, as well as the installation banquet. So if you want to pay a little bit more, that cost is $230 per Civitan member and $270 for guests. And for the youth, it's a $200 flat fee. So isn't that exciting? So adding just a little more dollars, you can get the installation banquet and the welcome reception that you won't want to miss. There's a special musical entertainment that's going to be there, and you don't want to miss this themed event that you're going to hear more about very soon. Don't forget, there's an early bird registration by May the 1st. If you pay your money, those are the prices. They go up a little bit after that, so you want to make sure that you're early to get your room and to get your reservation. We have a lot of folks coming this year because of the great excitement. And we have a few surprises up our sleeves as well. So you don't want to miss it. You don't know what's going to happen at the Civitan Happy International Convention 2015, July the 12th through the 15th in St. Louis, Missouri. Go to the website, civitan.org, and get your registration form and fill it out and find out some more about this wonderful city and this wonderful event. I'll see you there. We hope you enjoyed this first edition of the Civitan News. Come on back, because we're going to have some exciting guests the next time that we come to you. We're going to have some more information about your Civitan Club and your Civitan International Research Center. Thank you, and continue doing the great work for Civitan. Be Civitan happy.